Welcome back to In His Mind. I have a bit of a special treat here that I will be playing a little bit for you in a minute or two. This is a dedication to Bill Pearce, and specifically it's called Nightsounds with Bill Pearce. He is awesome. He's amazing in a lot of ways. And even if you haven't heard of him, the whole channel, it's an app that you can download. All of it is something that is remarkable and touched by God, used by God in a lot of different ways. So for men like him that are behind the scenes, I'm very thankful for, because they help add a lot to your life. Perspectives, scriptures, reminders, all of that. Now, that being said, he never had anything in his life like I did with my life. And he doesn't focus on what I focus on. That being said, I want to introduce you to this with one of the episodes here. What a surprise. May 2nd, 2024. This is not something that I'm familiar with myself. I haven't heard this episode, but there's definitely a lot out there. And I remember hearing this years ago. Like, I follow this for a very long time, and it is very comforting, very enjoyable, very engaging in a lot of ways. So this is definitely a shout out for sure. So if I can help someone along in their path here and introduce them to something that they will listen to for the rest of their life, go for it. This is on a different platform too. This is not on YouTube. All right, I will put a link down below to the app as well as to the episode here. And this is completely, there's a lot of stuff here. Tons. There's hundreds of episodes here. But he will be remembered. Bill Pearce will be remembered for Nightsounds and for everything else that he has dropped as far as wisdom, scripture, advice, thoughts, all of this. This stuff is just amazing. Very thought-provoking and reflective in a lot that I need in my life. All right. Get the volume. Oh, hello. It just stopped playing. Give me a second. Okay, the connection. Okay, got it. Like, almost every way every episode almost starts off the same way all the time.
You know, one of the nicest things that can happen to us? Well, say we come home from work sometime and we're dog tired and glad to get home. It's been a long day. You walk in the door, turn around, and all of a sudden there are 50 people screaming, "Surprise! Happy birthday," or "Happy anniversary," or something like that. You drop your packages on the floor and are in a state of shock for about 10 or 15 seconds. Finally, it all comes to you. Surprise party. Well, I'm only a party of one here, but since you're with me, that makes two. That's a good start. Nightsounds on the air. I'm Bill Pearce, and thank you so much for joining me tonight. In fact, I've entitled our time together, "What a Surprise." And the subject centers around unexpected grace. Grace is a beautiful word. Biblically, its definition is unmerited favor. Well, we could even say unmerited surprise or unexpected.
Yeah, here's the thing. I'm pausing this real quick here. This man has come up with a lot of things that I wish I was able to reach out and talk to him on some of this stuff, because the topics are amazing, and in a way, he talks about a lot of things that are not talked about in today's world by pastors, preachers. It's the little things that matter that seem to get overlooked the most that this guy is something that I remember him talking about, that I love about this channel, this app, this station, whatever you want to call it.
Love or grace. At any rate, I would be so appreciative tonight to you if you'd stay with me for these moments together. What a surprise. And as we move ahead, we're going to use another word, peace. Not so much a cessation of hostilities between enemies or nationalities or nations or anything like that, but peace, according to the Bible, that passes all understanding. Musically, an old gospel song with which we begin tonight, starting out with the strings, introducing a song entitled The Peace That Jesus Gives. And that is different from any so-called peace we might experience, because it comes from God Himself, through grace, through love, through compassion. I thought I'd play two renditions of this particular selection tonight, beginning with trombone solo, an instrumental, just sort of establishing the melody of this beautiful piece of music, and with a trombone.
It goes on like this for, well, every episode they're going to be playing they'll be playing some songs and old time scriptures. It is something that, I guess it still weighs heavily on me. Good memories.
Beautiful number entitled The Peace That Jesus Gives. In our program tonight, what a surprise.
Alright, pause this for a second. This goes on for around 23 minutes, so every episode is going to be at a different length of time for sure. But I wanted to give you guys an introduction for this. I really do. I'll be playing probably another minute or two, then I'll close off, and I'll put the link down below. I highly recommend this. I cannot recommend this enough. But at the same time, he did pass away a couple of years ago, so he left behind a bit of a legacy himself, and it's something that me and many others who are been fans of this for years, it's almost like Adventures in Odyssey in a way, in the sense where it's a part of our life for years that we have come to appreciate and be thankful for. A lot of good reminders, scripture, all of this from a humble man's perspective. He's never come across as proud or arrogant in any way, shape, or form, and he doesn't care to be in the spotlight. He wants to make an impact on others, which is why he's done what he's done for years. I don't remember how long, but this guy's he's just good.
Talking about unexpected grace. Somebody called me on the phone the other day and said, I have had an unexpected miracle in my life. And what this person said was delightful. I don't know whether it would reach the category of an authentic, bona fide, validated miracle or not. Nonetheless, it was something that was very unusual, very unexpected, and very delightful. Someone said nothing in life is instant. People think miracles are instant, but really they're not. They're just a process that has been sped up because nothing God created is instant. Since God does not operate in the instant, He is a God of the potential principle. Everything begins as potential. In other words, He did not create a ready-made human race. The earth was not given an instant population. God made one person, not a million people. He began with one seed. Then from that He created another. Then He said to those seeds, "Bless you." That means you have my permission. Be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth. In Adam, the first man, God gave the earth a seed with the potential of 100, 1,000, 1,000,000, and so on. And the 6+ billion people on earth right now were in that one man's loins. God knew that in Adam and Eve there were enough people to fill the earth. That's the way God works. He certainly knows the potential principle because He introduced that principle. It is Him. I passed a ladies' boutique the other day in one of these large shopping centers, and there was a piece of jewelry in there, and the big sign over it was, "It's so me." I thought that was neat for some reason.
Everyone has a different angle, a different perspective, and frankly, that's something I can relate to. However, I wonder about that because the difference between Nightsounds and my own is a reflection of what we talk about, why we talk about what we talk about. I realized my channel and myself, we are changing, but I may not need to reflect those changes right now, right away. I'm still focusing on between the church and those on the outside, the church and society. But the more I think about it, the more I pray about it, the more I talk to other people who I know and trust about this, the more it seems like it is one of the best ways to go. Dream has been in my life for over 13 years. That is not a short number. That is not quite exactly like 1/3 or 1/4 of my life, but I don't know. To be honest, I just don't know. Nightsounds, that is comparable to In His Mind, but pointing the way to Christ can be done differently. Just as it can be done through love and through scripture, it can also be done through reminders, through understanding of what is around you, the dangers, the warnings, the things that should be taken into account, so to speak. After all, being aware of God, being aware of the devil, we're going to fall on two sides of this, two sides of the same coin, so to speak. And as I further mature, my understanding will further grow on all of this. Now, I wanted to focus on Bill Pearce for this episode, and I just want to end with a thank you, because I would love to thank the man if I was able to, but I'm not, unfortunately. And he's been a part of my younger years that I really appreciate. I've really come to be thankful for the advice and thoughts, and even the old style of music. I fell in love with the old school music myself because of Fallout 3, a video game with just some classic songs. Now, it's eclipsed on far because, rap, hip-hop, techno, trance, European music, which I'm very fond of. Within Temptation, Inomine. These are two of my favorite bands out there. Love them. Other people may have heard of like bands like Luna Coil. I can't remember the rest, but there's definitely some good European bands out there for sure. Either way, I just want to say thank you, Bill Pearce. Love your station, love your app. This stuff is amazing. I have been a long-time fan and follower of yours for a very long time. The blessings, the reminders, all of it, they're being passed down. And it's something to take a moment and give thanks for. All right, until next time, I wish you the best. I hope this has been a blessing to you, and until next time.